Hey everyone, it's Jada Ray here, and in this video, I'm going to go ahead and talk about different ways that the military can pay for your career advancement, whether you're already in the Air or Army National Guard, if you're in the Florida Air or Army National Guard, or if you're just looking into different ways that they can pay for it. So in this video, I have quite a few examples, and if that's not enough, go ahead and hop over to my website, jadaray.com, and look through that little blog post. I'm going to post a link below in this description, and let's get to it. All right, so getting right into it, paying for school. This presentation is primarily for my National Guard, my National Guardsmen, and also for my reservists. But if you're in active duty, you may also benefit from this. So if you're not aware, the Air Force has three components. The Air Force has active duty, which most people are aware of, reserves, which some people are aware of, and then the hidden one, the Air National Guard. So I'm part of that, and this is just information for anybody interested, okay? Let's go. So the first one that we're going to talk about today is the post 9/11 GI Bill. This one is the most common one. This is the type of scholarship or whatever type of way that the military pays for school that most people think about. So the post 9/11 GI Bill, what is it? It is when the military, when you're done with at least 36 months of active duty time, the military will pay for your tuition, and you will also get, I believe they pay for books, but they pay for your tuition for sure, and you will also get a living stipend of however much your E5 level is. So if you did 3 years active duty and your E5 level pay would be here. Or if you did 15 years of active duty and you're getting E5 level, that's how much you're going to get paid while you're in school full time. That stipend amount varies. That stipend amount will vary based on if you're in school full-time in person, you'll get 100% flat out. If you're in school full-time online, I believe that also changes. And if you're in school part-time, you will also get a percentage of the amount. How much it is, I'm not sure. You can look on va.gov. They might have some information there. But in this video, let's go ahead and talk about making it to 100%. And if you don't have 36 months, which a lot of people in the Guard and Reserves don't have, then let's talk about how much you're going to actually get paid. If you do apply for the GI Bill, which you need to do through va.gov. And each month you have to call va.gov. On my blog post on my website, I have more information about how to do this. But you have to do that every month to verify that you are still in school and that you're still going about the course. All right, making it to 100%. Yes, it is possible to get 36 months of orders in the Guard and Reserves. You just have to ask people, or your unit needs people, or you can go to another unit and pick up orders. Like, you don't necessarily have to cross-train. Like, you can work for the other unit underneath your unit. I did that at one point for a couple of months. You can also pick up volunteer orders. It's when you backfill whenever an active duty person has to leave. Wherever in the country, you can find that in the Air Force portal. Army side, I'm not sure where you find that. But Air Force side, you can find it within the Air Force portal. Go ahead and ask some people at your unit about how to get to it. I might make a video. If you want me to make a video on how to do it later on, go ahead and leave a comment below. But as far as this video, if you don't have 100%, don't worry. So you will still get part of your GI Bill. If you at least completed boot camp, you can still apply for your GI Bill. You will only get 50% if you only have 5 months or less of active duty time. So 50% of that stipend, they will still pay for your tuition. The next level, 6 to 17 months, you'll get 60%. 18 to 23, 70. 24 to 29, 80, and 30 to 35, 90%. So one semester, the EDD, which I'll be talking about in the next slide, didn't cover my tuition. And the GI Bill actually kicked in because I applied for it the semester prior, and I didn't even know that I got accepted into it. But once the EDD stopped paying for it, then the GI Bill picked it up, and another scholarship, which I will be also talking about, kind of picked up the slack too. So both of those kind of kicked in at the same time, and I was like, whoa, didn't know that this was possible. But it was very beneficial because I didn't have to come out of pocket that semester when the EDD ran out of money. Other ways for you to get 100%, you can get the Purple Heart, which, like, all honors to people who have the Purple Heart. I don't want the Purple Heart because of everything that you have to go through in order to get it, but you will get 100% of your GI Bill as well. And if you were on orders for at least 30 continuous days and got medically discharged, or service-connected disability, and you got discharged. So I would rather not deal with either of those, but I would rather do 3 months or more. That's just me personally. The EDD, Education Dollars for Duty. This is for the Florida National Guard, whether you're Air or Army. This is for you. It's when so they actually just got more money in the bank for it. I know, like a year and a half or 2 years ago, whenever they ran out of money, but they got more money in the bank recently, so you should be good to go. The EDD pays for bachelor's and master's. So the bachelor's, they pay 100% of your tuition. The master's, because master's degrees cost more money, so some years they'll pay 50%, some years they pay 100%. Just check in on the year. I honestly don't even know what it is for this year. Someone just told me yesterday that it's 100% right now. So just check in on that. Call your recruiter, call your retention office. They will know more information, or call the EDD themselves, or talk to your education unit coordinator. So in addition to paying for bachelor's and master's degrees, the EDD also covers technical programs. So go ahead and get your plumbing on or your mechanic on, and honestly, they make quite a bit of money, so don't bash them. And they are so needed, because when my toilet backs up, I'm like, yo, I need a plumber right now. So if that is the route for you, that's a-okay. Especially here in Florida, all of those pool cleaners and stuff, they know what they're doing. So in addition to technical programs, the EDD will also reimburse you for certain certification tests that you take. For example, you can become ACSM personal training certified, or you can become a certified NASM personal trainer. You can take the test to become certified in robotics engineering. There are just so many different tests you can take. I did it for LPN. They reimbursed me after I passed the LPN NCLEX. So again, you have to pass it in order for them to reimburse you, and you have to send in the receipt and etc. But when you get to that point, talk to your education coordinator, and they should be able to give you more information. A list of those certifications, which are already approved, are on my website, on the blog, which I will have a link in the description. The HPSP, the Health Profession Scholarship Program. This one is the one that I was so interested in. I spoke to somebody in Georgia, in Atlanta, when I was first interested in joining the military and having them pay for medical school. I was like, hey, I was talking with some Army recruiters out at a college, and I'm interested. What should I do? And they recommended that I join the Guard. Do I recommend that to other people? I'm not sure. It just depends on your personal choice. But they recommended that I join the Guard and see how I like it while I'm studying and etc. And here I am. I ended up going into nursing. So whatever path you choose is the path for you. Now, the HPSP, active duty, this one is the one that everyone knows about, right? The military pays while you are in school to become a healthcare professional. This can be for pharmacy, optometry, clinical psychologists, public health officers. It can also be for nurse practitioners. Again, like I said, for medical school, for dental school. The obligation is at least 3 years. So once you're done, you're going to serve at least 3 years, a minimum of 3 years. Whether you did 1 year, 2 year, or 3 years, you're going to serve a minimum of 3 years. If you did more than 3 years, you're going to serve however many years it took for you to finish that program. And I believe there's a limit depending on the program. But so if you took 5 years to complete a certain program, I'm not sure how long dental school is, but say dental school lasts 5 years, you're going to serve for 5 years. So talk to your recruiter about that. While you are in school, you're going to go through officer training school, which is about 45 days. And they're also going to pay for your tuition. They're going to pay a stipend, a living stipend for however long you're in school. You're going to get that every month. And they also pay for books and etc. So you don't have to worry about anything. Sit back, study, and become the best whatever you're studying for. More information, links, and stuff, again, in that blog post, which I will put in the description. HPSP VA hospitals. This one I never even knew about until last year when one of my coworkers in my unit was like, hey, have you heard about this one? I was like, no, girl. But this one is pretty cool. So it's the same thing like the HPSP for active duty, except you're serving in a VA hospital, and they're everywhere. So the military only has a certain number of hospitals and stuff like that, but the VA hospitals are everywhere. For example, where I live, oh my God, they're just like, you throw a stone and there's another VA hospital. You're just like, wow, bro. But they're everywhere. So this is another opportunity for you. They pay for certain professions each year, and I'm going to, well, actually I already created that blog post, so I already put the types of professions that they're paying for in the upcoming year in my blog post, which is in the description. So we have the HRSA Nurse Corps scholarships. This one I did too. I love scholarships. All right, so if someone's paying for something, I learned to just let them pay for it. And I'll give back to the world by being the best nurse or healthcare profession or whatever, because it is a tough job. But anyway, so the Nurse Corps Scholarship. This one, they also pay for your tuition. They pay for your fees. They pay for whatever. They pay for your lab costs. I only did it for 1 year, but I still have to serve 2 years. I wish it was a 1 year to 1 year thing, but it's not. You have to serve a minimum of 2 years in a critical shortage facility, which they are everywhere. However, my top 2 or 3 hospitals were not critical. They didn't qualify. So I have to serve in other hospitals until I'm done with my 2-year scholarship. But this is a great scholarship, highly competitive. So get your resume, your essay, and everything together. I did a video on this one. Just good luck with this one, but it is definitely worth it. If you want to become a nurse in the Navy, this one is probably for you. So this one I ran into when I was walking with a friend in nursing school. She was having troubles finding money to pay for school, and we came across this poster. Granted, she never did join the Navy. She never signed up. I don't know if she even looked at the website, but it's an option. So if you want to become a nurse in the Navy, they will give you $10,000. How far that $10,000 goes depends on your school and the tuition. So they give you $10,000 paid in 2 installments of $5,000. They also give you $1,000 a month up to 24 months. Now the obligation is a bit longer than other obligations that I've seen. The minimum obligation will be 4 years active duty service. So if they're paying 1 to 12 months of the scholarship, you have to serve for at least 4 years. If they're paying 13 to 24 months, you have to serve for like 5 years. So do you get $10,000 every single year? I don't think so. But if you've been through the scholarship, comment below and let me know if you're getting paid $10,000 each year. Because it says an initial grant, but I'm just not sure because I've never done it, or I don't know anyone who's done it. So if you've done this, leave a comment below. Let us know what it's like. And good luck with the nursing and Navy. I did work in the ER for a naval hospital a couple of times, and I really do like the environment compared to the ER for Air Force. Like, I guess it also depends on your management, like, you know, your chain of command. But it was just very laid back. But they do talk about shore duty versus ship duty, and apparently if you're on a ship, it's very tight and you're out there months at a time. So, whatever. If you're a naval nurse, also comment below. Let us know what it's like. I only know Air Force. Well, a little bit of the Navy. But let us know about those ships. I've never been on one. The Florida AHEC health education. So I love health education. I love educating people. I'm going to have more videos for you guys about like just health in general and medical stuff and nursing stuff, but more than likely health and medical stuff. But I just love this stuff. So this scholarship, you know, they only accept 150 people across the state each year. And I believe that it opens up in the fall or whatever. It opens up at some point. Just sign up on their website to get notified whenever it opens up. I'll have the website in that blog post, which is on jadaray.com. But this scholarship, they give you $500, which I've done. I did this scholarship. They give you $500 each year, a minimum. It depends on the year. And you have to serve the community. Like you go to healthcare fairs and just different things like that. You take classes. I took a whole bunch of narcotics classes. So it just really depends on what's going on. I liked it because I like health education. The number of hours that you have to give back doesn't really equate to being worth $500, but it's stuff that I was going to kind of do anyway. So it depends on you. So that's it for what I have for this video, but if you're interested in more ways to earn money through the military, go ahead and go to my blog post, which is within jadaray.com, and you can subscribe to this channel. You can subscribe to the newsletters on jadaray.com in order to just keep getting information. If you want more information about the military, comment below. If you want more information about nursing, comment below. I am going to start creating videos for people in nursing, people who are transitioning. First, I'm going to start with cardiac videos, and I really I'm a nerd, so I'm going to share all of my nerd stuff with you guys. It's going to be great, and good luck with everything. If you have any questions, comment below. Also, just remember that I am not an educational coordinator or anything. I don't know about all of these different schools across the country, so kind of speak with somebody about that. I don't know it, to be honest. So I just know my experience, and I know what I've looked up, what I've Googled and stuff like that. And also just speaking with a whole bunch of different random people. I definitely don't know about every nursing program across the country. I only know about my program and a sprinkle of other programs, which some of my coworkers are in. Anyway, so good luck with everything. I look forward to speaking with you guys again soon. Comment below, subscribe, like, and have a great day.